Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television. We are live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. In commemoration of President Tinubu's 72nd birthday, Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Special Needs and Equal Opportunities in collaboration with Queen Adenike Tejuosho Foundation has distributed palliatives in food form to some less privileged children and persons with disabilities in the Federal Capital Territory. Fauzia Lukman has details.
On the special occasion of the 72nd birthday of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his first as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, persons with disabilities under the leadership of Senior Special Advisor to the President on Special Needs and Equal Opportunities, Honorable Mohammed Abba Isa, in collaboration with the Queen Adenike Tejuosho Foundation, gathered in Unity Fountain of Abuja to share and receive food palliatives. The Senior Special Advisor to the President on Special Needs and Equal Opportunities, represented by Director of Media and Communications, Lanre Oyedele, thanked Mr. President for his dedication to promoting and ensuring accessibility, advocating for the rights of persons with disabilities.
Under his visionary leadership, we have witnessed remarkable strides in promoting accessibility, advocating for the rights of persons with disabilities, and creating an environment where every individual can thrive, regardless of the circumstances. President Tinubu's dedication to ensuring that no one is left behind is a testament to his compassion and foresight.
Expressing concerns over the recent discrimination in KFC and the immediate action taken due to the disability regulations, the Executive Secretary, National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, Dr. James Lalu, thanked the President while congratulating him on his birthday.
We have already dispatched an invitation to the management of KFC to appear for investigation. We have to dig out deeply to find out the root cause of the problem, the behavior of the sales girls. We have to find out if it is backed up by their own policy. Then we have to compel them to review the policy issue. Today we are here to celebrate the birthday of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I rush to come here to come and join my family, the disability community, because that is where I'm coming from.
Beneficiaries of the food palliative expressed gratitude to the donors as well as congratulating Mr. President.
I am really happy for the President in the aspect of including persons with disability. Like myself, for the first time of being interviewed, as in coming out in the midst of people, I think it's a privilege. So I am happy. And at the same time, I am pleading on behalf of the persons with disability that the present government and President should please include persons with disability in whatever they are doing.
Founder of the Queen Adenike Tejuosho Foundation, Dr. Halimat Adenike Tejuosho, gave condolences to the President on the soldiers' killing, while emphasizing on the joy it gives persons with disabilities to celebrate with him.
Increased funding to our commission and also allocation to the Office of the SSA on Disability Matter, and also to increase the percentage of the social intervention programs for persons with disability.
I decided to do this, yes, we commiserate with him for the death of the army officers in Delta State. But again, I wanted these people to also feel the impact. Majority of them here, they've never tasted birthday cake before. So they having that mindset of coming out to, celebrate the birthday of Mr. President, they are going to get cupcake, they are going to eat cake, ice cream, popcorn, and all that, I think it's something that's going to be a memory that they will never ever forget.
Highlight of the event is a joyful expression on the faces of everyone while singing a birthday song to the President. Fauzia Lukman, Global TV News.
President Bola Tinubu has joined the Christian faithfuls to commemorate Easter, a significant moment and glorious celebration of the triumph of life over death. This is contained in a statement by Ajuri Ngalale, Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity in Abuja. He says the President greeted Christians in Nigeria and around the world on this occasion, emphasizing love, sacrifice, and compassion as the patent themes of the solemn season. President Tinubu noted the sacrifice of Jesus Christ for humanity as a lesson for leaders and Nigerians to yield to selflessness and compassion and be steadfast in the pursuit of a united, peaceful, and prosperous nation. The President is assuring Nigerians that the seeds of patience which he has sown are going to sprout and will in no time bring forth an abundance of fruit. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has approved the upgrade of the Federal Medical Center FMC Benin Kebbi to a teaching hospital for the College of Health Science, Federal University Benin Kebbi. According to the institution's head, Information and Public Relations, Jamilu Mohammed, the approval was conveyed to the Vice Chancellor Mohammed Umar, a professor, in a 13-March letter signed by the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Tunji Alausa. This approval is a further testament to the passion and commitment of the President aimed at ensuring that Nigerians get the best health care at an affordable cost and to increase much-needed human resources for health in the country. The minister mandated the university to engage the management of the Federal Medical Center, now known as Federal University Teaching Hospital Benin Kebbi, to upgrade their facilities for teaching and research purposes. Minister of Works, Senator Dave Umahi, charged the National Assembly to declare a state of emergency on the Third Mainland and Kata Bridge in Lagos State. The state of emergency would facilitate expedited repairs of the bridges and stave off potential disasters. The minister declared during a facility tour of key infrastructural projects in Lagos State on the facility tour, where members of the National Assembly Joint Committee on Works who were on joint oversight functions in Lagos State. Umahi stressed that urgency and special attention were needed from the lawmakers to arrest the deterioration of the bridges as they needed specialized underwater repairs. He noted that only the second mainland bridge, Eco Bridge, was allowed to take heavy vehicles for now, as the third mainland and Kata bridges faced critical infrastructural challenges. Some communities under the aegis of concerned citizens of Ikwere Emohua Federal Constituency in Rivers State have written to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offense Commission, and Fiscal Responsibility Commission to probe the implementation of the 2024 constituency project in their area. The residents in the two local government areas that make up the Emohua and Ikwere Federal Constituency said the move was aimed at ending the era where lawmakers failed to implement projects captured in the budget and funds fully released. They said they took the sensitization to the communities to notify them of the projects already approved for them and the allocated funds for each of the projects. The leader of the group, Bethel Chimezeoku, who disclosed this while speaking at the sensitization in Iguruta, Ikwere, said the process started 3 months ago across the 27 wards of the constituency. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Kano State Command, has deployed 1,384 operatives across churches as well as strategic locations. This development is meant to ensure peaceful and hitch-free Good Friday and Easter Monday festivities across the state. This is contained in a statement by the command's Public Relations Officer, S.C. Ibrahim Abdullahi. According to him, the personnel were drawn from the various departments of the command to complement the efforts of those at the divisional offices in providing adequate security during and after the Easter celebrations. The departments include Operation Department, Critical Assets Protection Department, Armed Squad and Anti-Vandalism Units. As part of activities to mark the holy month of Ramadan, Al-Hibibia Islamic Society has opened its food bank to help ease breaking of fast for Muslims in the nation's capital, Abuja. Our partner correspondent Danjuma Abdullahi reports that the initiative was made possible by voluntary contributions from Muslim faithfuls.
The idea of the food bank of the Al-Habibiyya Islamic Society started from the humble feeding of a few people in 2004 during the holy month of Ramadan.
About 3, 4, 5 families also came that they needed help. We continued like that till Ramadan finishes. And I told my people, I said, next year, this thing we did, we are not going to do it in piecemeal again. We are going to organize it and make it an institution.
Today, the Al Habibiyya Food Bank initiative has truly blossomed into a household name in Abuja, practicalizing one of the true spirit of Ramadan, which is bringing people together, reducing isolation, and helping others where one has the means.
This program you see that we are doing, we just want to help God because God asked us to help Him. And if we are doing it for showing off, if we are doing it because we think we want to brag that we are the one that has money, I say God will not allow this thing to succeed. But if it's just for God alone and not a thought that we are looking for anything there, you will see what will happen.
Cooking at the Ramadan Iftar kitchen at the Al Habibiyya Masjid starts very early. Today's major menu is jollof rice with eggs. Over 77 crates of eggs are delicately boiled. The jollof rice is mixed with the ingredients and carefully packaged to await the appetite of the fasting Muslims. As a pediatric nurse, Hajia Habiba is very passionate about the impact of the feeding on children.
Sometimes I see children with malnutrition, and before the end of Ramadan, there is a change in them because we are able to give them at least 1 egg. So, and the normal nutritional requirement is at least 4 eggs in a week. But this time around, we are able to give them 7 eggs in a week.
Before and during the call to prayers, which signifies the time for the breaking of the fast, many Muslims in need continue to troop into the mosque. They receive water, dates for immediate breakfast. After the Maghrib prayers, everyone receives a takeaway package. The process is systematic, orderly, and efficient.
The number of people we fed, about 2,500, 2,400, in less than 15 to 30 minutes, they are taken care of. It does not remain anybody. There's no struggling, there's no any rowdiness anywhere because of experience, because of expertise, because of the sacrifice, because of the dedication, and because of the sincerity of the managers of the program.
This year, the Al Habibiyya Food Bank and Feeding Program has come with different dimensions of challenges because of the dicey economic situation in the country.
The number of people that are giving us something has reduced compared to the number that gave us last year. 1, the number of people that want to eat, they are now more than the number of people that ate last year because so many people have gone poor. And thirdly, the prices of things as at last year has almost tripled to the number of prices that we get this year. So you can see the 3 challenges which we are facing, 3-dimensional. But alhamdulillah.
How feasible is it to feed thousands of people free of charge every evening for 29 or 30 days?
Some people are now coming to support. Those who new people are now coming that we heard you are doing this, and some people came because of what they saw.
The Al Habibiyya Islamic Society has a hard-working and perceptive imam. This, combined with a set of dedicated and committed volunteers who put in many hours of work in order to serve humanity.
The Civil Defense Correctional Fire and Immigration Services Board, CDCFIB, has announced that it will conclude the ongoing recruitment process into the Federal Fire Service. The Minister of Interior and Chairman of the board, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, said the new date was in line with the board's reviewed timeline for the conduct of employment in the paramilitary services under its purview. Tunji-Ojo, who spoke through the Secretary of the CDCFIB, Jafar Ahmed, at the end of its quarterly review meeting with heads of the 4 paramilitary agencies under its supervision, said shortlisted candidates would be requested to visit the board's portal via messages to their emails and mobile phone numbers. public to ignore messages on social media inviting them to pay some amount for placement, adding that they were from fraudsters. Operatives of Ogun State Police Command have arrested Aliyu Oyetola, aged 35, and 40-year-old Sheya Afolabi, said to be members of a four-man gang of one-chance robbers terrorizing residents of Songota and its environs. Oyetola and Afolabi were said to have been arrested by the police operatives attached to Songota while on a routine patrol around the Tory headquarters of the Ewekoro local government area of the state. The State Commissioner of Police, CP Abiodo Alamutu, has ordered that the suspects be transferred to the Anti-Robbery Department of the State Criminal Investigation Department for discreet investigation and diligent prosecution. You're watching Midday News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When Midday News returns, local vehicle manufacturing begins soon, declares Industry Minister. This and other stories coming right after this break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. Now, if you've just joined us, this is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of the news at midday. The UN's now on the foreign scene. The UN's top court has ordered Israel to enable the unhindered flow of aid into Gaza in order to avert a famine. In a unanimous decision, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, said Israel had to act without delay to allow the provision of urgently needed basic services and humanitarian assistance. This follows warnings that famine could hit Gaza within weeks. Israel has called allegations it is blocking aid wholly unfounded, given its response to the court order. The Israeli Foreign Ministry said it was continuing to promote new initiatives and to expand existing ones to allow a continuous flow of aid into Gaza by land, air, and sea, working with the UN and others. The dire need for the Nigerian government to enhance the ease of doing business, encourage local investment, and improve internally generated revenue of states and the FCT amidst the harsh economic realities has been emphasized by project manager Chukwu Dubem Ezekwelu in a press briefing in Guzape, axis of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Global Television's correspondent Anthony Mamadou reports. Well, we'll bring you that report much later. The International Monetary Fund announced the immediate disbursement of $820 million to Egyptian government, part of an augmented plan to aid the nation's stumbling economy. The IMF's executive board validated the payment as part of a $3 billion aid program granted at the end of 2022. The IMF action, repeatedly postponed and eagerly awaited by the Egyptian government, arrives at a time of mounting difficulties for its economy. The board also approved a $5 billion extension announced at the beginning of the month, bringing the fund's total lending to Egypt to $8 billion. Barely 48 hours after restating the need to increase the capital base of deposit money banks for improved productivity, the Central Bank of Nigeria has announced new guidelines on its recapitalization policy for banks in the country. The new guidelines were disclosed in a statement signed by its acting director of corporate communications, CD Ali, in Abuja. She says the Apex Bank had directed commercial banks with international authorization to increase their capital base to 500 billion naira and national banks to 200 billion naira. According to the acting CBN director, commercial banks with national licenses must meet a 200 billion naira threshold, while those with regional authorization are expected to achieve a 50 billion naira capital floor. The CBN said all banks are required to submit an implementation plan clearly indicating the chosen options for meeting the new capital requirement and various activities involved with their timeline no later than April 30th, 2024. Now back to the generated revenue of states and the FCT amidst economic hardship realities put together by Chukwudubem Ezekwelu in a press briefing in Guzabe axis of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, by our correspondent Anthony Momodu. We bring you the reports now.
Dr. Ezekwelu said local businesses must be protected against the selfish interests of foreign entities in order to provide employment for vulnerable Nigerians.
Will selfish interests of foreigners be more important than rights and of your citizens? As foreigners, they are here, women and wielding powers and influence greater than Nigerians. Can such thing happen in their country? Because they use that estate as a means of money laundering. Money laundering. EFCC and security agencies should investigate them.
Called on the Tinubu-led administration and the FCT minister to support local businesses and obey court orders in order to boost internally generated revenue for government.
We are appealing to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, seeking for his fatherly intervention, and asking the minister, we are appealing to the minister as well, to give a second thought to his action. Let us go back to drawing board and resolve this issue than this fight. The action done already has cost us a lot, pain and billions. Both human and capital resources have been expended here. We are calling on well-meaning Nigerians to come to our aid, to beckon on government and river authority to save our depleted economy by this act of demolition. If we don't encourage business in this hard economy and state of nation, real estate business will go into extinction. And is a major means of IGR to our country. We should encourage it.
Dr. Ezekwelu frowned at the Nigerians who collude with foreigners to shortchange the nation, which cause cash flight out of the nation and further deplete the nation's economy. Some artisans also lent their voices to the discourse.
Today, Nigeria can ignore investment that creates employment, both direct and indirect employment in thousands, and create business that increase the IGR of government. If we underplay this sector that has capacity to turn around the economy, it means that we don't mean business. We have to ask our question, do we want to move forward?
They just totally make us lose to that yesterday the Liberal was supposed to get. We're coming here to look for what we eat.
We are not happy over it, and we are calling on Mr. President to call the minister to order that this place is not illegally obtained. So let him intervene.
The potentials of local businesses can only be bettered when they are protected and supported by the present-day government. Anthony Momodu, reporting for Global Television.
And that's it on the Midday News, and it came to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. We are on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I'm Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching. See you again.